anybody have any questions for Shellie? Oh, here we go. Could you all step down here and we'll get a microphone for you?
And no, I don't have any patches with me.
Thanks for your presentation. It's good to see you here at a conference like this. Are you working with any of the tech stuff to input the data, like for the President's Challenge, so you don't have to do the manual data entry?
That's a great question. Right now, we have an online online capability where you have to go in and log your minutes daily. We're finding that, quite honestly, like a lot of schools and so forth, they're going to go low tech, and they're going to have the log cards, and they're going to fill them in every day, and so forth, and that's just the reality of it. But I know Eric and ESA have been working with a lot of folks that are trying to build that tracking right into the system. So if they're doing the active gaming, whatever game it happens to be, PALA comes up there and it will show them at the end of their exercise bout, if you will, which, what's wonderful is kids don't even know they're exercising. But it comes up and say, hey, great job, you did your 60 minutes today, and it logs it, and it keeps track, and so we're working out some of that going forward. And as we go into kind of PALA 2.0, what I'm gonna call it, which means we'll probably add in some nutrition things. We might even add like screen time, so kids can look at screen time and active screen time versus not. Even sleeping, sleep is a big issue for kids. So some of these other areas where we need kids and adults to work on will kind of come in PALA 2.0. And so we're hoping for some of that interfacing to take place. So great question, thank you. Anyone else?
Thank you for your talk. This is a simple one. You're going for $1 million.
Yes.
Do you have any idea where you are now?
We actually have pledges. Again, we just announced it in September. So people are kind of getting geared up. So it was planning time. So now we're really kicking in. Honestly, we have probably around 20,000 people that have finished. So we've got a ways to go. But we actually have about 800,000 in pledges, meaning NFL and hockey and Boys and Girls Clubs, et cetera, who have said, look, we will pledge to help get this many people to achieve PALA. Not just sign up, but to achieve it. Zumba dance has 50,000, that's their goal. And so we've got over 800,000 in pledges. So anybody want to get me to $1 million?
Any other questions?
Enjoyed your speech. I am with a company called Swim Squad International. We just built a complete line of swim squads with Michael Phelps, and have made a pledge to put 4,000 swim squads in all the Boys and Girls Club.
Wow.
He started an initiative, donated $1 million to the Boys and Girls Club to promote Learn to Swim. And based on our research, we've discovered that it's probably the best sport to really combat childhood obesity. And my question is, how can we really accelerate the rollout of putting the swim squads in the Boys and Girls Club? We're targeting the private sector to simply underwrite the swim squads, but I think if we can foster a relationship with your initiative, it would probably give us a lot more steam in terms of getting the corporations on board. We'd just like to explore what would be the process and the procedure to get that done.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, the first deal is to become a President's Challenge advocate. We have to be very careful not to have an endorsement or an implied endorsement of a certain product, no matter what, as you can guess. But we'll certainly look for, Tomas will give you a card, and we can talk more offline. That just reminded me too, right before the holiday, Congress signed into law the ability for us to create a national nonprofit organization, the National Foundation on Fitness, Sports, and Nutrition, which will be a 501c3 nonprofit that will be able to garner private sector support for programs that the President's Council deems appropriate for America. So I think that'll be a great way for the private sector to come together and to support programs such as this, and the community organizations and schools and whatever that need our help so desperately. So allows that to come together. So that helps answer your question as well.
Any other questions?
All right, let's go be active.